Hello, this is Delia again, and I have a special little book. This is really cute. It's called Tiny Rannasaurus. Scarlett, are you ready for your Rannasaurus book? Tiny little Rannasaurus. Look at him. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at his mouth. Look at him. And he's a little saurus with a big old mouth wide open. All right, let's see what it's about. Many, many years ago, when the world was a wild and dangerous place, when everywhere was covered with volcanoes and jungles, and when fierce dinosaurs ruled the earth. They stomp, stomp, stomp. The fiercest dinosaur of all was Carthiosaurus. There's an Apatosaurus, a Iguanodon, and Triceratops, and the tiny Saurus Rex. Look at him, that little tiny one. Because he wasn't as big as some of the other dinosaurs, Tiny had to be especially fierce to make up for it. Roar! So he had learned to roar the loudest roar. Slams, clash his jaws. He clashed his jaws the hardest and pull the fiercest faces. He was the loudest and the hardest and the fiercest and grumpiest little dinosaur ever. Roar! That sound like a dinosaur? Could be a dinosaur or a bear sound. Okay, let's see. Even as a baby, Tiny had been a handful. He stamped and he growled and would kick up a storm. But today, Tiny was even grumpier than normal. He had an awful toothache, which was not good news. As everyone knows, dinosaurs love to eat. I'm famished, grumbled Tiny as he sat down to breakfast and bit down hard on his favorite food. Ouch, he cried, my tooth. Oh dear, said his mom, we better go and have that tooth pulled out. No way, cried Tinyosaurus, and off he went to find some friends. He didn't want to get his tooth pulled, did he? He was scared. Tiny stomped through the jungle in a grumpy mood. His tooth ached and his tummy was empty. Then just around the corner he came upon Triceratops eating in a clearing. Food! Smiled Tiny. He roared his loudest roar. Roar! He pulled his fierce face and bellowed, charge! Look. My goodness, what do you think he's going to do? Careful, Tinyosaurus, called Triceratops as Tiny barged into him. Yum, 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 yum. Ouch! Tiny screamed, my tooth. Ow! Perhaps, said Triceratops, you should go and see about having it removed. Not a chance, sulked Tiny. I don't need it out. See, he's scared to go get his tooth pulled, isn't he? That's what it's all about. Tiny stomped down to the river. I'm starving, he moaned. And then he smelt fresh berries. He followed the scent to a group of Apatosauruses. Charge, he yelled, and stormed towards them. Picking up a huge bunch of berries and slamming shut his mighty jaws. Uh-oh. His teeth are going to hurt again, aren't they? Ow! Ow! Ouch! He cried. My tooth! Oh, dear, said the Apatosaurus. Perhaps you should see about having it removed. I won't have it removed, sobbed Tiny, and stamped off into the nearest volcano, where he found his best friend, Velociraptor, who was eating an apple. Food! Food! Thundered Tiny, roaring his loudest roar. Rawr! And pulling his fierce face. Stop, Tiny, stop! Yelled Villo. And as Tiny got within nipped distance of the apple, he clashed his mighty jaws. What do you think's going to happen? Ouch! Howled Tiny. What's the matter with you? Munched Villo. I'm sorry, Villo, said Tiny, but I'm so hungry and I've got a terrible toothache. Then perhaps you better go and have it taken out, said Villo. No, screamed Tiny, I won't have it removed. And he stamped and growled and roared and grimaced, and Tinysaurus kicked up a real storm until the clouds churned and lightning flashed everywhere. But when the dust settled, Tiny still had a terrible toothache and on an empty tummy. Oh dear, he sighed, perhaps I had better have it removed. Uh-oh, because he's in a lot of pain. And if he don't have his tooth taken out, he's going to have more pain. All right, let's see. Pages are stuck together. Okay, here we go. Open wide, said Dr. Stegosaurus, peering inside Tiny's mouth. Tap, tap, tap. How does that feel? He asked. Much better, thank you, said Tiny. Good, you should be able to eat something now, smiled the dentist. I can, said Tiny, and he jumped up, mouth open, and went chomp. What do you think he got hold of and chomped? What do you think he got hold of after the doctor took his tooth out? What do you think he got? Uh-oh. Oh, Tiny, sighed his mom. Please put the dentist back. Get me out. He done ate the dentist. He wanted to eat something, so he chomped on him instead. Look, there he is at the end. Aw, that was a cute little book. I hope y'all enjoyed this precious little story. It was called Tiny Rannasaurus by Nick Ward. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, and there will be more soon. Take care.